stand clear of the virus. Por favor, manténgos alejados de los COVID-19. Did you like that?
I like that's pretty good.
I know.
Is that actual like Spanish?
Oh, yeah.
Good
I
job.
didn't make that up.
Man.
I know. I took
Man,
a
look
few
at
in high
you.
school. Took a few years.
Get it.
Hey, so cool information.
Yeah. I love cool information.
I found this really great website.
Okay.
So you know it's true.
Yeah.
That in 1988, this day in Disney history.
Today.
June
June 5th.
July.
Oh my gosh, it is July.
Yep.
That's right, because yesterday
baby.
was July the 4th. Okay. July the 5th. Wow. Go ahead. Sorry.
All right. You can join in when you wake up.
Yeah, when I
All
wake
right.
up, yep.
So this day in Disney history, July 5th, 1988, Epcot's Maelstrom at the recently opened Norway Pavilion opens to guests.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
visitors.
look at that.
Yeah, visitors ride boats and they're patterned after Viking ships
Yeah,
and they
it
pass
was that
through
weird
various
tree,
scenes
that talking tree.
with auto animatronic figures.
Oh, okay. So that
Tis no
ride
more.
lasted.
Rip.
So it lasted what? All right. So 10 years, 20, 30. It lasted. I cannot add.
30
Wow.
some odd. Yeah, it's
30
fine.
some years. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a pretty good track record for like an offbeat kind of weird. I like the ride.
Yeah.
But when we were on it, we both said, yeah, that could be a Frozen ride.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh, that's a cool little tidbit of information there, Laura.
Hey,
Hey.
gracias. So we're going to talk about, and you know, Woody and I battle back and forth about this because he thinks our podcast should be timeless, though anybody could join in at any time and it wouldn't
Yeah,
be
like
date
like a
specific.
Sleeping Beauty movie from Disney. You can watch it.
Any
It's
old time.
generational. It's not topical.
We go back and forth, but I think it's important to talk about some of the things that even myself, I don't understand. So I think there are people out there that want to kind of hear, you know, from maybe us,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
that they want to hear kind of what's going on and in our opinion, and then maybe some of the things that we might want to add.
Yeah. So some like you mean like timely things about park reopening, stuff like that.
Like
Yeah, I agree.
current events.
Hey, let's give the people what they want.
Hey,
Let's do it.
I'm hearing the chants
Let's
from
do it.
outside. So I wanted to kind of talk about or introduce the new park pass system.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Disney's way of sort of managing attendance during their reopening. So in order to do this, you have to have a theme park reservation. You have to have a valid admission. And this is important for us because we are existing ticket holders. So Woody and I have a trip planned for November, just for the back of your minds.
Yeah.
And it also, you know, is in hand with the annual pass holders. So they're looking at, residual ticket holders, existing ticket holders, and then annual pass holders.
Yeah, and just a little tidbit of information. Our trip in November is all inclusive to Disney.
Right.
Disney Resort,
Right.
Disney everything. So when we're flying in,
Yeah.
Magic. So really, we're just sold Disney
yeah.
on this trip. So
Yeah.
so really it applies. Like we're
Certainly.
Yeah, we're trying to get as much information as we can.
Right.
Because we don't want to show up down there and
Yeah.
then be like, oh, you can't come in. Yeah.
So I sent this article to Woody and I hope we both read it. I know I kind of read it and then just sort of asked him to read over it just in case I didn't have all the information right. But so right now, if you have a ticket, so if you have a ticket currently booked, so let's say your trip is in August, let's say your trip is in December, whatever it is for 2020, you have a ticket booked, you are logged into your My Disney Experience account and you can view your reservation,
Mm-hmm.
you will be able to make reservation requests in phases.
Well, that is absolutely true because I just did it.
Yeah, so I'm interested to know about that.
Yeah.
And then again, so if you have a ticket or you're an annual pass holder, you get to make a reservation request, and they're going to do this in phases before new tickets are sold. So what I'm going to ask you in a minute, Woody, is our dates, are they going to change at all? Or is Disney going to honor us in with almost like we've already made a reservation for that time?
All right, so the article that you sent me,
Mm-hmm.
I read through it, and my first initial thing is it sounds super complicated.
Right.
Okay, so if you're reading it, you're thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm just done. I don't want to handle that. Okay, that was my initial thought, right?
Okay.
So then I immediately went to the Disney Experience website, which is amazing, by the way. It is by far the easiest way to book anything, because I've tried Universal, I've tried everything, I've looked at their way of bookings, and it's so complicated. Disney Experience is already top notch.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
So when you log in, they have like an alert at the top.
Okay.
And it says, some disclaimer, I should have wrote it down. Something about, it's
Please
essentially
stand clear of the virus.
Yeah.
I won't do it again.
It's essentially, it just says view availability. It tells you
Okay.
a bunch of disclaimer stuff that I never read, but I should. It says view availability. So what you do is you click that, and then it takes you to a calendar, right?
Right. And this is the reservation calendar
Well,
is what they're calling it.
Yes.
Okay.
Park reservation. See, we've already made resort reservations. That's
Right.
booked.
Okay.
So that didn't change
Okay.
at all. Now what happens is that with our trip, we bought 3 park tickets and a park hopper, but put a feather in your hat on that one for a second. I'm coming back to that one.
Okay.
So we have 3 park day tickets. Okay. So when you go to your Disney Experience, log in, you can see your reservation to the resort you're at. Done. Then it has each day listed. Okay. And then you can view the availability of the park on that day.
Right.
Okay. So you click on it. I go to the days we're there,
Mhm.
right? It doesn't mark them, by the way. It's just an open calendar. So on the calendar, when you're going to your day, it doesn't say, hey, Woody and Laura are coming down on November 15th. It doesn't say that. It's just an open calendar. Okay.
Right.
So then you go to the day that you want to go to that particular park.
Okay.
Okay. So like, for example, November 16th, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So we're going to say Magic Kingdom that day. Click on the Magic Kingdom icon. It says, do you want everybody in your party to reserve a spot for Magic Kingdom on this day? Yes. And then it gives you a time to come during. Okay. But it's all day.
Okay.
It says arrive during this window, which is like from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Right.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
all right. So then you do that, right? All right. So then you go to your next day, pick a different park, whatever. The only thing that I noticed is that we bought a park hopper option last year. Like we made this reservation last year,
Right.
while we were at Disney. So there's no way to book 2 parks in one reservation.
Right.
Right.
It does say that.
Yeah. So that I called about that.
Okay.
So during that I noticed, I was like, well, that kind of stinks, because we got 3 days of park tickets and there's 4 parks.
Right.
Right. So I was like, well, we always get park hopper. Like we
Dang.
always get park hopper. So I called. She was super nice. And she said that right now they're not even offering park hopper.
Right.
However, that's so far ahead
Mhm.
that what she would recommend doing is, if we've already purchased it, to hold on to it. And then if a week before they still have not enabled park hopper, then they'll be glad to refund it. Because now here, let me tell you this. Here is a little sliver of a bit of information I think I picked up in
Ooh.
what she was saying.
Breaking news, everyone.
Well, I don't know. She says, and I was like, okay, so all right, so there's no way to book two parks right now. No, we're not offering park hopper, and I would recommend keeping park hopper, because if we reintroduce it and it's more expensive, and you wanted it again, you would have to pay the new, more expensive price. So that told me,
right.
in a roundabout way, is that if it isn't reintroduced,
Right.
okay, they're gonna
Mm.
yeah, it's gonna be a little bit
I
more
had
expensive.
a feeling prices were going to go up to compensate for the limited capacity. Like I
Ugh.
felt like that was going to
Yeah.
happen. So I also saw, though, and maybe you can answer this question, on the reservation calendar, it had that you could only reserve 3 days. like this is something that's on the article. It says they're only allowing you to reserve 3 days.
But see, I don't know.
Well, what if you have a trip for 7 days?
Yeah, I think if you already have reservations, you're set.
Oh,
but
okay.
see, you've got to look at it as reservations for the resort,
right,
versus for the park. Okay.
This was talking about the park's reservation calendar. And I have some information about the resorts that I'll talk about. Yankee Doodle here. I'm going to put a feather in my cap.
Put a feather in that hat.
But so dining and experiences. So I did read where it says that everything will be limited to capacity, which is like literally a Disney dream.
I know. I'm totally okay with that.
And that a lot of the character dining and all of that will be, closed. We get that. We understand that. They are shifting from the 180-day booking window to just the 60-day, so that it's closer to, obviously, so what's going to be open when you go or not.
Well, and that keeps like people that are, because we've done this. We've booked a trip kind of last minute and not been able to book anything then because it's filled up.
Sure.
And it is kind of aggravating.
Oh, yeah.
I wish it would only be like a 30-day window so that if those last minute planners like us
That's right.
aren't stuck like
But
whatever.
then again, you have the other side of it where some people are so excited.
Oh, they plan like they're supposed to, but Woody doesn't do that.
So fast passes, I do know that that's going to be suspended. Extra magic hours are no-go for the time being, Disney says. But the new park pass system is what Woody talked about.
Yeah.
That you log in, you'll have access to the calendar.
It's easy. Super easy.
But it does say that they hope to bring back the park hopper option. They are looking definitely at it for January 1. But again, they don't know if that even the park hopper option will be available for 2020. So if you have a trip plan currently, which we've said, or you're an annual pass holder, you definitely want to go check your account. You definitely want to go and call like Woody did. And you want to just check the availability in your Disney Park Pass system. So even though we really couldn't at this time, let's say somebody does have a trip planned for August the 2nd, maybe you can. So you want to go and look. You want to go and check it out.
Well, what you want to do is, if you already have a trip, you should log in right now.
Right.
And reserve if you're still going to Disney, reserve your parks. If you've already bought the theme park tickets.
Right.
Like, you need to go ahead and reserve your days. Like,
Sure.
That's why I went ahead and reserved for November, because if nothing changes.
Right.
What I don't want to happen is if we wait 2 months and then we decide to, and then they've reached capacity and then things don't change.
Yeah.
So if you have a trip remotely booked in the My Disney Experience system, like, go ahead,
go check,
because
and do it.
It will. I have a feeling it won't change stricter. I have a feeling, who knows?
Right.
I might be wrong, but stuff will gradually get lifted. But if it doesn't, you don't want to be caught.
Right.
Coming down there, and you've got your resort planned, but then you bought 4 park day tickets, and then you didn't reserve a spot at the park.
Sure. So what if you're somebody that doesn't have a reservation? What if you're someone that wants to book a trip in 2021? I would obviously say go ahead and do that now. I think you shouldn't wait 1 day longer. But here's the questions that are going to pose, because I've looked. Resorts are filling up fast. There's a super huge, pent up demand of people who want to book their trips. And a lot of vacationers are moving their trips from this year, or have already moved them from this year to next year. They just want their normal Disney back. That's what they want. They don't want to wear a mask. So they're saying, okay, I want to move my trip. And they've done that. But a lot of things I'm reading is that people go to book a trip for 2021 and they're not seeing their resorts. And Disney's done this on purpose. So I'm reading where Disney has pushed pause, believe it or not, Woody, on booking. So several weeks ago, they paused all 2021 bookings because they do want to limit capacity. And honestly, they're not even sure if they're going to reopen that. But if you check every day, this is what I'm reading, this is the Disney Insider, that they will open up, but then you'll see maybe only pop and maybe only, Fort Wilderness or
Yeah.
Animal Kingdom Lodge, like you may only see 3 resorts.
They funnel.
Yes.
And see, that's interesting because I think it was, I don't know, it was like a week and a half ago. I went on and I was trying to just randomly see if we could book something, right?
Right.
And I couldn't. Like it wouldn't, nothing was available for me.
Right.
And I was logged into my account. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but yeah, I couldn't select anything. Like I couldn't select any park. Nothing was available, and the parks had reopened.
Yeah.
So
oh yeah. I mean, well, parks right now. What is it? July the 7th.
So they opened up. 2 weeks? Yeah.
No.
June.
No.
I mean the resorts. I'm so sorry. The resorts
had
yes, opened
to
up
22nd.
Yes.
Right. So the monorail and the ferry boats and all that. Speaking of openings, this is as of yesterday's news. Disney posted that the schedule for the monorail and the ferries are going to open on July 7th. That's prior, obviously, to the Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom opening up on the 11th. Skyliners will run on the 15th, and that's the same day as Epcot and Hollywood. So that's cool. You can still get your normal transportation if you're going down and you've got everything booked. I'm so wishing we were on this first wave.
I know.
But it's okay. Buses have been going, since the resorts open. The buses have been traveling. But what I thought I would just mention or talk about is if you want to book your 2021 trip, and we're not a travel agent, we're certainly here for you if you need us. But what we suggest is to look every day. If you're somebody that's like, you know what, I want to book my trip now, or you had been planning to book a trip 2 years ago. I know that I've talked to people that are booking trips for 2022, 23.
Yeah.
And wonderful. Like, yes, that's awesome. If we could even hope to wish and pray that we could book our trips that far in advance, but we just never know what's going on.
Yeah. And Disney makes it super easy in the website because you can make payments if you don't want to pay it all at one time.
Right. So
they're good on refunds. Yeah.
It takes $200 to put a deposit down. You know, the balance has to be paid 30 days before you go. I mean, that's so simple. But what Disney is saying to do, and by Disney, I mean me, is book your trip, look every day. Let's say you want to book a trip and you don't want to stay at Pop Century. You really want to stay at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. Listen, book it for Pop. Just book it. Because what Disney's saying is that maybe, just maybe, once you see that Animal Kingdom Lodge is opening, then you can modify your reservations.
Yeah.
You can call.
Once you
can
secure
say,
it.
hey, yeah, you just want to secure it because things are changing. Things are moving fast. And I guarantee you, when Disney does finally open the doors, like I'm talking like floodgates for everybody to book their reservations, you want to be in the system.
Yeah. Well, they've already they canceled the Not So Scary.
Yeah.
They did not. To my knowledge, they've not made an announcement about the Very Merry Christmas. And I don't think. And I think what's going to happen is of course they have to see how this works first and how everything goes. Like, there may be new information out by later this week.
Right.
But I think for one, if you currently have reservations later in the year, I wouldn't cancel them yet. Like,
No.
I really wouldn't, because the way she sounded, like, especially if you have Park Hopper and stuff like that, or if you did get, I don't think they were selling tickets for Very Merry yet. But like, if you had Park Hopper, hold on to it.
Yeah.
Hold on to it, because if they reintroduce stuff, it will be at a new price point. And that's what you don't want to have to.
You want to lock in the prices.
You're
now.
locked in, and in worst case, a couple days before, you just get a refund. So I don't like. I feel like, my honest opinion, if you've never been to Disney, I would go ahead and wait probably till next year. Like, I wouldn't, if it was our first time. Like, I don't know that I would encourage people to like run and try to book one until the end of this year. I really don't, because like, you're not going to get the full experience. And I don't even know if you'll ever get the previous experience ever again. I don't know. Like, it may just be a thing. But I'm saying like I would, if you've been, a couple times and you're okay with some slight changes, then yes. But like, if it's your first time and you want those character meet and greets and character breakfasts, do like Laura's saying. Like maybe look for 2021. Keep
Yeah.
refreshing the browser. Try to book because
I don't think you can book a trip for 2020. I don't even think there's an option.
And they did that like whenever we go, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what magic this is, but every time we've ever booked a trip, like we start looking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we've never done a thing where it's like I've sat down, we talked about like, all right, you want to go? Okay, go. Then we sit down and book a trip. It never works like that. It's always like, well, what do you think about? You think we'll have time to go in May, right? And then we start looking, all right. And then like a day will go by. I'll keep looking, and then but a funny thing happens is that you look the first time and some things are available, some things aren't. You look a second time, some different things are available, some different things aren't. Each time you look, the prices change.
That's right.
And the availability changes.
That's right.
So every time I have ever gone and you just play with the days, the times, everything else, it has taken me probably at least 4 like really like 30-minute sessions of just sitting on the website, just looking at days, looking at resorts, and to really fine tune our trip. So I would take your time, you know, but keep looking and looking, because it might take a couple. Because this past, when we were supposed to go in May, we got a great deal.
We did.
Like it was a fantastic price because we kept looking, fine tuning the days, kept looking at the resorts, and then all of a sudden it was like, bam, done. Price point, you got us. So don't get discouraged on the first time. But if it's your first trip, maybe wait.
And I think Disney too has a way of making it up to you somehow, some way. I feel like these character meet and greets, some of these things that, and I'm so interested to find out when that first wave goes. I can't wait. I'm probably going to be glued to see what people say. But Disney's going to do something. Disney's going to surprise us. I just know it. I know.
They're awesome.
I know that those parks are going to offer something different, even if it's a voucher for like a free bucket of popcorn. I don't know. But I just think something's going to happen that people are going to be like, I love Disney. Because for the first time, and I don't know if it's just me, but I don't go looking for negative. I don't even like to read a lot of comments, because there are some terrible things that people say just about the Disney enterprise period. But you're seeing so much more of that as we become a country divided, that people are just so mad at Disney for not being Disney. And it's sad because Disney is doing everything that I believe that a company could do during this time.
They're doing their best. They have a lot. They're a big machine.
Yeah.
They have a lot of employees. They have a lot of moving parts. And that is why to hit the pause button or the stop button, you can't just immediately start going again.
That's right.
I mean, there are so many logistics that we don't even know. Like the public doesn't even have a clue. Like, I mean, something as simple as the food prep, the cleaning, the everything. Like, there's just so many layers to it. So it's like, just, practice a little patience, with these places. It's just like a restaurant that is finally reopening after being shut down, and everybody's stressed, and the owner wants to make a good impression because they want, it's their livelihood.
Right.
So it's like, it's going to be okay. And like, I was one of those stubborn ones before, like, I'm not going if I got to wear a mask. I am so starved for Disney right now. I'll wear a hazmat suit. I'll wear a raincoat. I don't even care right now. It's like, whatever you say, Disney. I just need to see the castle. I need to ride a couple of rides. I just need that break. So Disney, I'm so looking forward to seeing you again.
I totally agree. November cannot get here quick enough. Hey guys, hopefully you've learned a little something. Maybe you picked up some tips, hopefully.
Maybe some Spanish from Laura's
Hola,
Rosetta Stone.
Yeah. Dust that off. Every Spanish-speaking person out there is like, she murdered
they're
that.
They're rolling their eyes right now. They're unsubscribing to the podcast.
No,
come
give
back.
me another shot.
Come back.
Por favor. Okay, we will catch you guys on the next episode.